One of the things that happened at E3 during the Nintendo Direct showcase of the new stuff that's coming, apart from the 80% of the video being devoted to Ultimate Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, is they dropped a couple of games. Everybody knows you can play Fortnite, and lots of people are playing Fortnite on their Switch right now in bed. I keep seeing tweets about that. But the other cool thing is the fantastic Hollow Knight dropped and was available to be purchased during the show as soon as the video was over, and I did purchase it. I played a little bit of Hollow Knight on the PC, but I thought this is another really cool side-scrolling sort of metroidvania experience developed by an indie team that seems perfect on the Switch, so I thought we would do a little Hollow Knight in Let's Play in chat today. Blake is going to join me. He's going to follow along on the chat, so if you've got questions, comments, whatever you'd like, just let us know. And I've got Clumsy Stupid says, "Are you in a sub? Looks like Dr. Evil's lair." It's our set. This is the Electric Playground set.
It's also a club.
And it's a clubhouse. Yes, it is.
When you're not here, I invite all my friends over.
Oh, okay. It's a dance club. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to jump into Hollow Knight and
we
check
have to
this thing out.
thank Dean Howard for the super chat.
He's incredible, right? I thank them textually, but thank you so much for your support today. That's amazing. It's incredibly humbling, you know, for people to reach out and support us that way and give us that love. Thank you.
And we're sorry if we call you Howard Dean.
Yes.
So a little bit of a mix-up there.
Yes. Okay. I've got Hollow Knight running, and go ahead and ask us any questions that you would like.
Vic, I have a question. Have you played this on the PC?
I played it for a little bit just to check it out, but not enough to, you know, really get the good feel for it. I was playing Owlboy as well on the PC, and then I've been obsessed with a lot of scrollers on the Switch. It's a great machine for that kind of stuff.
Timberwolf is surprised to learn that I have friends.
Say again?
Timberwolf is surprised to learn that I have friends.
Ah, you have many friends. I guess Timberwolf...
Well, you're not one of my friends, Timberwolf.
Doesn't want to be your friend.
Okay, a question from a fat chimp. You guys planning another meetup type thing? EXP bar was pretty damn fun.
Absolutely.
That's a bit bittersweet, though, that comment.
Yeah, that's so brutal that they're closing down. I think we should do another meetup at EXP before they close down.
Have we talked about that?
I haven't reached out to them, but...
have we told the chat that EXP is closing down?
Yeah, I guess that should have been in our news today. The very cool EXP bar just got notice from their landlord that I guess their lease is up or something's up, but they have to close down in Vancouver.
Very disappointing.
And we did have an incredible time hosting our E3 live streams from the space. It was great, and we should have been doing more with those guys, but you know, we're kind of learning as we go here. You guys get to watch EP evolve in real time. But I think we should go back there before they close and do another meetup. So if that sounds cool to you, let us know.
And apparently all their drinks and everything are like discounted until they close down.
Cool.
So for the next month or however long they last, you can go there and get a discount. So that sounds pretty cool.
Well, I was...
I may take some of my friends, not Timberwolf, to the bar.
I'm going to reach out to Brian Vidovic, who owns the place, and Russ, who runs the place, and see if those guys would like us to come back. They might be too busy, honestly, you know, having a lot of the local fans of the joint come through to kind of make space for us. But if they do and they want to, then we will let you guys know. And we would love to have more Vancouver come out for that. The meetup was awesome. And I've still got some of the shirts left from our initial printing, so I could bring some of those too if you wanted to pick one of those up.
Red Baron is asking.
I'm dying.
The Red Baron wants to know if your wife ever plays video games with you, Vic.
She does every once in a while, but she definitely feels like video games kind of stole me away. Like, we used to play a ton of video games when we were first getting to know each other, and even in the early years of Electric Playground, but it became such a huge chunk of my life that she likes to do things that are not about games and that are, you know, not necessarily about my work. But there are certain games, like I showed her Zelda, and we played Zelda in the family room together. I keep dying. And we play Mario Kart. We played Overcooked. The Switch has been a pretty rad get the family together type of experience. We also played some of the Super Nintendo classic stuff in the family room as well. But generally, when I'm playing games, I'm kind of doing it for work, and even my daughter kind of knows that too. She always wants to go back and play more Zelda, because that game never ends, or Lego Dimensions. It's like, I can't do that, Ruby. I've got to play stuff that I got to review. And she's like, oh, Dad.
We'll get her a Switch.
Maybe. She's too young. She's only 6.
The Switch is great for that kind of family interaction, though.
Yeah.
I was at my mother's house playing Mario on my Switch, and she was like, she saw me playing. She's like, "Oh, what's that? Let me try it." And she played it for 5 minutes.
That's great.
Yeah, it's the type of thing you see and you want to try it. Right?
Totally.
Question from Patrick Furtado: if Disney buys Fox, does that mean any Fox productions will be taken off Netflix and put on the Disney streaming service? That's a good question.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of changes. I mean, I think it's happening, and I think there's going to be a lot of big changes. I think
eventually, yeah, but Fox probably has a deal with Netflix that will last for at least a couple years, I would imagine. Like, I'm not sure how that deal works, but
yeah,
like Disney has to honor all those deals, and any film that's already in production. So that's why there's like 10 X-Men movies in development, because Disney can't just pull the plug on those because contracts have been signed. And
well, think about it this way too. Like the movies and the shows are huge for Disney, but I feel like even if Disney has a streaming service, they're still going to want a really good second window relationship with Netflix, because they want those eyeballs. And there's going to be a lot of people that don't get the Disney streaming thing that are going to stay loyal to Netflix, just like they would on a regular TV station.
Yeah.
So I think you're still going to be able to watch a lot of Disney stuff and a lot of Fox stuff on Netflix, even when they launch their stuff. But what's going to change, I think, in the not too distant future, is a lot of the relationships that Universal theme parks had with Fox properties, and that is potentially enormous. Like The Simpsons at Disneyland, as opposed to the Universal theme park, and I think that's a big part of why Comcast wanted to buy Fox, because they have those Comcast owns Universal, and they own the theme parks, and all of the merchandise and all the stuff that is sort of a part of that. And those changes are going to be massive.
Yeah, but that's going to take years, though, because like the Hulk is still at Universal.
Yeah, all of that is going to change. They're going to create a Marvel land, like a Star Wars land, at Disney, and they're not going to have any of those Marvel characters in the Universal parks soon.
This is going to take 10 years at least before all these pieces fall into place.
Yeah, they got to land. They got to launch the Star Wars stuff. They got to sort of course correct some of the negativity around Star Wars.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it in the news, but there's rumors that Disney is pulling back on the spin-offs. We'll probably have that tomorrow in the rundown.
Okay.
So I think the story just came in like 5 minutes before we went live.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think, personally, back to the question, the Netflix question, I think they're going to keep R-rated stuff on Netflix. Like they've said they're going to keep the Daredevil shows going on Netflix. So I think Fox, we were discussing this before we went live, I think they're going to keep releasing R-rated movies under the Fox banner.
Yeah.
Because Disney doesn't release R-rated movies, so they're going to use Fox as an outlet for that kind of content. So
right.
it would make sense for them to do that on Netflix as well.
I mean, I think it's going to be more of an eyeballs thing than a subscription thing. You know, I think they would rather have more people watch the programming wherever it is and earn royalties off of that than just put all of their eggs in people will subscribe to the Disney thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they've said they don't want any R-rated stuff on the Disney thing.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but I think that like they have a lot of animated movies and stuff on Netflix. I think that will continue. I think that partnership will.
I think they've said they're not, though, Vic.
They're going to close it all down.
I think Bob Iger said eventually that all the like not R-rated Disney stuff like is gonna like Frozen and whatnot is gonna come off of Netflix.
Well, then Netflix is in big trouble because Disney owns.
Netflix is
everything.
Worth more money than Disney, Vic.
It's
it's
speculative money.
Speculative money.
Yeah, it's not. It's sort of public funding, raising
all
the
money, though,
IPO money.
All money is speculative money.
Yeah.
Money is just paper.
I don't think it earns as much as Disney does.
That's true.
Across all of its various platforms.
We're in for a very interesting couple of months in the entertainment industry, because it still hasn't been approved by their shareholders. That's going to happen next month, and it still has to be approved by U.S. government regulators, which is probably going to happen, but it's not done yet. So we're going to see very interesting things happen.
So if I rest, I guess I heal up. Oh, I save a little bit here too.
I really like the design of these characters.
Yeah, it's cool, right? So this guy's going to tell me, oh, you've come back. You walked straight past me. I thought maybe I'd faded along with this town.
Fat Chimp is saying that EXP is closing July 1st.
July 1st, okay.
So that's pretty quick. It's like a week, like a week and a half from now.
I'm going to pitch Brian and his team. Maybe we go on a couple of Fridays. So it might be as soon as this Friday. Anybody from Vancouver in the chat? Would you come out for lunch with EP and we do the EP live and a meetup?
I think an evening thing would be better, right?
It would be better, yeah. But then we'd be keeping people waiting.
But chat, tell us what you think. Give us your feedback.
I mean, maybe we do EP live and then we stay for the evening and we just hang out, play some games and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool. This is like a Tim Burton movie.
It is,
aesthetic.
Isn't it? Yeah,
it's really cool. Disney is the only studio that has more money than Netflix. Yeah, but their share value isn't as high as Netflix.
It will be after today's news.
No, Disney might go down. Fox will go up. Because Disney has to spend a shitload of money now, right?
Well, Fox is Disney.
That's true. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right. That's right. Yeah.
I mean, the thing that I've always said about Netflix is, like, it has the subscribers, but how much does it actually own?
Well, that's why they're getting all these investors right now, because they want to invest in new content, so they own all these things, right? Because they're such a new studio.
Easier said than done.
Well, they're doing it, though. They've got Stranger Things, they've got House of Cards, they've got Orange is the New Black. These are valuable things, right? And their back catalog is getting bigger every day. Let's do a meetup on Prince Edward Island. Lobster is on me. Is lobster cheap out there?
I would love to come out there. I've never been to the Maritimes.
Do they still have lobster out there? It hasn't all been fished to extinction?
It's so dark.
Emilio Lopez is saying that this is like a cutesy Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It's like Dark Souls has some cutesy things in it.
So far, I'm excellent at dying in this. Dirtmouth, the fading town. So I started back here. What is this? Inspect this.
This guy kind of looks like Cuphead.
All of your mapping supplies will be opening soon. Okay, so I'm still kind of figuring out the lay of the land. I jump into the well. So it's.
Oh, I have a good comment from the Hollow89. Good name, appropriate name. Says you can heal by holding down.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I read that before, but I forgot about it.
He must be a giant fan of this game because his name is Hollow, or her name is Hollow89.
Oh, cool.
His or her name.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyone else gaming while Vic is gaming? Pay attention to the news and game when he does. That's I don't know. Is that a thing people do? I've never done that on a stream.
No.
Like play a game while someone else is playing a game. That would probably give me a headache. But I don't know.
Oh, I think a lot of people
do you do that,
multitask.
Vic? Like you watch Twitch and play a video game at the same time?
I don't watch Twitch.
Or YouTube or whatever.
Sometimes I'll have a YouTube vid going on or something like that.
I'll listen to a podcast. I want to have a video going. But yeah, hearing and watching someone play a game while I'm hearing and watching a game and playing a game would probably, that would probably give me a headache. Yeah, I didn't even think that people would do that. Question from RN Jesus. Or RNG Eusis.
Yeah.
Question: do you think Marvel can make enough shows now buying Fox to compete with DC dominance of the CW, rather than put everything on Netflix? They only have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
They can. The question is if they're going to be able to find a Berlanti that can kind of supervise all of that, and it's really impressive what Berlanti has done. He is very analogous to Kevin Feige. You know, like there's a quality.
Why is he not in charge of the movies?
I don't know.
He's so talented.
Like I watched a few more episodes of Black Lightning. I'm like, this show is really good. You know, and when I tune into any of the other ones, you know they have bad episodes, but they're really good.
He directed that movie Love, Simon.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. And I'm sitting there watching that movie, and it's really well made. And I'm just like, why is this guy, comparing this to like Suicide Squad, why is this guy not in charge of the DC movies?
Berlanti just got $300 million from Warner Brothers to
make shows?
To stay with their company.
But why is Warner Brothers No, I'm saying Berlanti should be staying at Warner Brothers but making their movies.
Well, he's making them a lot of money making them shows.
But he could make them so much more money making those movies.
I think television is the bigger dough for studios. As long as you make hit shows that get into the syndication era.
Well, he doesn't have to direct. Just be the Kevin Feige guy.
Yeah.
Just like be a producer on all
I
of
agree.
it. Consolidate it all under the same universe.
I don't think I can go up there. Can I?
No, you just Ninja Gaiden up to the...
You think?
You got to Meat Boy that. Yeah, there you go.
I'm dead.
Can't you Ninja Gaiden off the walls?
Oh, okay, so bounce.
Yeah. Like go between the spikes.
I'm dead. Nope.
Can you wall jump?
I didn't feel like I could.
You must be able to. How else would you get up there?
I don't know. Back at the town.
Oh, there wasn't a checkpoint right before that?
No. I think it's a roguelike thing. Who's played this? Is it more of a
somebody
roguelike?
in the chat who's played this? Let us know. But still, in a roguelike, they wouldn't have that generate if you couldn't get across.
Let's see if I can get past that thing. Maybe there's something else over here. It's very spooky and moody. I dig it.
Ungibar plays says, "Hey Vic, I really enjoyed your E3 coverage.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
We had a lot of fun at E3 this year.
Yeah, it was wicked, and we have a ton more coming too.
Yeah,
we shot
still
lots
have
of
interviews and stuff we haven't because it's like." Well,
I loved sitting down with Sam Lake. It was surreal because I showed him the episode from season 4 that he was in when I met him for the first time, and it was just amazing. And he had never seen it, and I think he really dug it. There weren't too many people shooting interviews with him at that time.
There wasn't anybody shooting interviews at that time.
Yeah.
Not with game people. This is before G4, right?
Yeah, it was before G4, but I think IGN had started, but they were probably shooting on handy cams or something like that.
Or no one on TV though.
Not
right?
really, no.
Yeah.
No.
When do you think Control is going to be out, Vic? Do you think it's a next year game?
Yeah, I think it is.
I really want to play that game.
Yeah, that game looks amazing. Temple of the Black Egg. This is very cool. Hello there. How delightful to meet another traveler on these forgotten roads. You're a short one, but you have a strong
What's that?
look
Is that
about
something
you.
in his hand, or is that something between his legs? That white thing sticking out.
I think it's a sword. I'm Quirrell. I have something of an obsession with uncharted places. The ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg lying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom. And this egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There are strange marks all over it. I do so love a mystery, and who knows what other marvels lie even deeper below us.
This guy is very long-winded.
Yes.
He's needlessly verbose.
Oh.
I have a good question from...
Oh, I guess I collect those things in there, and then it unlocks something. Okay.
I have a question from Red Baron.
Okay.
Wants to know... oh shit, I lost it. Where was the question? Do you play a lot of strategy games? What are some of your favorites? I play them when I have to review them, and then I generally don't go back to them for fun. Every once in a while, I have a hankering for like an XCOM or I just did that Ghost Recon one, the Shadow Wars game for the DS or 3DS as a buried treasure, and I wanted to go back to that one in a massive way. I dig them a lot. Civilization, I always throw that, I open that up when I travel with my laptop. But generally, I play them to review them, and I give you my thoughts on them, and then I move on. I do dig them. It's just that the time shortage just gets in the way, So when I play games for fun, it's like I jump into an Arkham game, or I play a match of Overwatch, or I play some Mario Kart or Mario Tennis or ARMS or something like that. Stuff that I can just jump in and have immediate familiar fun for a little while. That's why I like playing the Uncharted games as well, kind of like play them again, because they're so easy to play and you see a lot in a short amount of time. Jordan Cunningham is asking, Vic, did you see that Inner Space was canceled last month?
I did.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah, it's awful. I feel for all of those folks there. I mean, one of the comments that was very visible in that from CTV is that the cost got too high. So I don't know if it was because it was a unionized show, and the not that unions are bad or anything, but they're always looking out for their people, and maybe it did start to get more expensive to produce it through renegotiations than they were bringing in through advertising dollars. And the TV model is just changing so quickly, you know?
Yep. Also, when you make a show geared at younger audiences, it's especially hard because they're not watching TV as much, right?
Yeah.
So advertisers, you know, they want shows geared at the type of people watching TV.
You know, it's really hard to kind of like be quick with your response around what's happening with TV and with media, because it's just changing so quickly that no one is an expert, and that's clear by the type of content that's being made.
Oh, that's a cool looking boss.
And you know, by the choices that studios everywhere are kind of making right now. But what is true is that, you know, content has become much more personalized. I don't know how to get him.
Can you hit his
Oh,
thing?
yeah, probably, yeah. Let's see. Nope.
Can you throw shit at him?
No. So.
Do you have any other attacks?
I don't think so, not yet. Probably have to unlock something.
You don't have any projectile weapons?
What does this say? Travelers descend through verdant wilds and fungal growths of the city at the kingdom's hearts. There, all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. Okay, so let me give myself a little bit more health. So when I put myself in the shoes of the executives at CTV who decide to pull the plug on a show like that, it's easy to come up with like, what are you doing? But it's harder to solve it for them, you know?
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's a tricky time, but I don't know. I think television has become too much an industry of trying to hang on to stuff that's gone, and sort of models and formulas that are over.
Yep.
And it's not just about evolving with the new media and saying putting all your stuff on YouTube. I think that's a checkpoint.
Somebody is saying that you eventually get a projectile weapon to kill that monster.
Cool. Oh man, I'm back here.
Question from RN Jesus.
Yeah.
With the Spider-Man movie being successful and the game looking real promising, do you think Sony can give the same treatment with the Venom movie if it's successful? Like, will there be a big Venom game?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool, a Venom game.
I honestly, I was thinking about that just yesterday. I mean, this clearly opens the door to Insomniac making many more Spider-Man games. Like this could be the beginning of many sequels for them in the Spider-Man world, and potentially a Venom game, because that's going to be part of the Sony property. And I think, you know, they could make a Black Cat video game. There's a lot in the Spider-Man universe that they could kind of just go off on in their own direction, which is exciting.
Yeah, Venom would be awesome.
Yeah.
Game. Using that same engine and same open world concept, that'd be great.
Yep.
But yeah, I just hope the movie's good, because you know Sony doesn't have the best track record when it comes to stuff.
The footage, the trailer looked great.
Yeah, but every trailer looks good. Right?
Yeah.
Trailers are meant to look good. It's meant to sell you the movie. But you know, Spider-Man: Homecoming was good, but Sony didn't make it. Marvel did. So I'm optimistic, but you know, we'll wait and see.
I want to go back to that TV question again, because I didn't really. It's hard to be super lucid and clear when I'm trying to not get killed. But I hope that television executives just recognize that they can make stuff, especially around information, more affordably than they have in the past, and they can take more risks so that all the shows don't look exactly the same. Like, home renovation shows are covered. We don't need any more of them. They're fantastic. We don't need any more cake shows.
But that's because old people are the ones who are still watching TV, and old, retired, white people like home renovation shows.
Well, if you're making information, you don't think of it as television. Maybe I get something here. You say, this is information, and it should be shared liberally. It should be everywhere. And you should find different ways to get your content out there. I think if I jump in there, I become a lobster, a boiled lobster. So I won't. I don't know what I just saved.
Did you not get something there?
I don't think I did.
You had to have got a weapon or something.
Nope. I saved him, and he ran away.
Is this Metroidvania, or is it procedurally generated? Like, is it roguelike or Metroidvania?
I think it's Metroidvania.
Because, like, yeah, these are all pre-made levels, right?
Right, yeah, I'm seeing these things again.
Someone is asking, Patrick Furtado is asking, do you think that we'll see a new Spyro game if the Spyro Reignited trilogy is a success?
Not this gen. Maybe next gen.
Yeah, it's always an obvious question, right? Like,
yeah.
when they re-release a game, or are they testing the waters for a new one?
It's not a good sign that the Burnout game is already heavily discounted. Because it just came out, and it was on a massive sale. It was like you could get it for $7 or something like that on Xbox One, which I think furthers the argument that people don't want these remakes and these rehashes as much as they want to. The Crash game, though, last year was, and still again this year, because it's coming out again, too, on the other platforms, was the dissenting voice. Like, everybody bought that thing. It was a huge success. So we'll see how it plays on the other platforms when it comes out. But I think this gen is... I think it's kind of wrapping up. But if the Spyro game does as well as the Crash game, then that's going to embolden Activision to say, let's come back with Crash and with Spyro stuff for the new machines by 2020.
Well, don't forget, we just had Skylanders games up until a few years ago, and those are technically Spyro games. They take place in the first one was a Spyro game, right?
We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade. Would you like to... Yes! Let's do it. Oh, I don't have 30 raspberries or whatever those are. I understand it. I'd give you the map as a gift, but I don't think my wife would be happy. All food is made of Geo, as they say.
I have a good one from My Legs Hurt.
Okay.
Will we ever get a Ape Escape remaster?
I think Sony will probably want to revisit that brand again. I love those games. Maybe that's going to be... You know what? I feel like PlayStation 5 is going to be the mother of backwards compatible systems. That's my hope. It will absolutely play PlayStation 4 games. But I also feel like they don't want to lose that argument to Xbox again. Shit, am I back at the...
When did the last Ape Escape come out? Oh, there was one on the PlayStation Move.
Yeah. I'm back and in Dirtmouth. This is a hard game, guys. Okay, I'm playing for another 5 minutes, but you're getting a taste of it. I feel like this is one of those games where it's...
These are meant to be hard.
Yeah, where you don't talk. And you just
you're
try
meant to do
survive.
a lot of... It's all, that's Metroidvania. It's all about backtracking and...
Well, I feel very underpowered.
Maybe you're supposed to be getting weapons somehow.
Yeah.
Like that thing that squid thing or maggot or whatever that was. Like that should be. There's not like a store or something we can.
Not so far. And I lost all the raspberries or whatever, the Geo that I had, all gone.
Oh shit! What am I pressing? Oh my god, the chat's all going crazy. What's happening?
Whoa!
I can't scroll through it.
Okay.
What's happening?
Okay.
Hang on, I'm just gonna. Something's wrong with your iPad, Vic.
What's happening?
I can't scroll.
That's it. That's the bottom. Oh.
No, but I want to scroll like back up. See, it's all crazy.
Oh, okay. Hold on. There you go. Let's. Is that working?
Oh, whatever.
Something's up.
I'll figure it out. Just keep playing.
My iPad is freaking out. Maybe it's out of juice or something?
I'll get the chat on my phone.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Come on. Wow, this is like the anti-commercial for Apple right there.
Oh, good. We got a dishwasher cleaner before our ad before our video. Okay, I got the chat here on my my trusty iPhone.
Yeah, my iPad's restarting.
Okay, well,
you can close
screw
that.
you, iPad.
Okay.
Okay. Dean Howard, if you had one game since 2017 that you think is a must-play regardless of console or PC, what is it?
2017.
Zelda,
oh my God.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
Hands down, yeah.
Yeah, that was the best game of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking out. I don't know what's going on.
Just close that.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was an incredible game.
And Super Mario Odyssey was amazing. Horizon Zero Dawn was freaking incredible. It was a great year.
Yeah, and yeah, God of War.
That's this year.
No, but I think since 2017 up till now.
I loved Minute, which was another game, another kind of like Zelda-like, where you live for a minute. It's very, very minimalist, but that's been one of my favorite experiences of the year. Actually, and SteamWorld Dig 2 came out in 2017, and that was incredible. It's on every platform. Both SteamWorld Dig games are awesome. We clearly need to make a video kind of wrapping things up, like giving people a nice tidy, like, don't miss these games kind of list, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't done it in a while.
How would you frame it though? From like beginning of 2017, or go back a little further?
Maybe like a mid-year report card kind of thing on each of the machines.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Something like that. We're doing a production meeting live in our chat.
Timberwolf says every game for you, Vic, is a don't talk game.
Is it done?
So he's just throwing shade at everyone today. Timberwolf.
You know, like it takes actual electricity and brain power to get this thing churning the hamsters in there. When I'm trying to come up with words, and sometimes my thumb skills are not as good as they should be. Okay. I don't know if I've been here before. I feel like it might be procedurally generated. Oh, Celeste. Celeste came out at the end of 2017. See, I'm scatterbrained. I'm trapped in here.
Fat Chimp says, I thought Breath of the Wild
Gets
was just
Celeste.
Fat Chimp thinks Breath of the Wild was just a 7 out of 10, Vic.
Whoa.
Should we block him?
No, that's okay. You love what you love. I would like to hear what his 10 out of 10 is if he thinks Zelda is a 7.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's good. You guys have seen me get nowhere and die a lot, but you got a taste of Hollow Knight. I will play this longer, and I will have a review for you. But thank you all so much for joining us today, and for giving us your attention and your support of EPN. You all rock. Remember, we have lots of content.
We just got another super chat from Timberwolf.
Oh my God, Timberwolf, thank you very much. We have lots of other content for you to check out, so please do that, and a lot more coming. Tomorrow, we do not have an EP live for you, but we will have the rundown and some other content for you. So please come back for that, but check out all the stuff that we've been making, and if you dig it, hit subscribe, that little bell, and if you're so inclined, that sponsorship button too. Remember, everybody, play forever.